If pastry baking seems intimidating, listen up. We're serving up the secrets, how to work with this unique dough without getting frustrated. Wendy Paul is here sharing how to create perfect pastries every time. It's great to see you.
Good to see you too.
I was thinking back, and you haven't used this too often over the years.
No, I haven't. I've kind of been more into it since really my trip to Greece.
Aha.
I know, so now I always keep some in the freezer just in case.
What are you using it for?
So we are gonna make like a little pocket of custard.
Oh,
I know.
Delish.
So this pastry dough is really actually fairly easy to use, and we're gonna show you how easy it really can be. There's a couple tricks and tips to make it more seamless so you don't get so flustered, right?
Yeah.
But really, to put this together takes about 20 minutes. Oh. And then you throw it in the oven and bake it, and then it's ready to go.
It's, I mean, we say all the time on TV, impressively easy, but it is impressive. So if you can prove it's easy, we'll put those two words together.
I know,
You say you want to keep it cold?
So you want to keep it cold. So this is the kind that I get. It's the Athens phyllo dough. So I keep it in the freezer. That's what you should do. And right before I want to use it, I put it in my fridge. So it defrosts, but it's still cold.
Aha, okay.
So that's the key. I don't like to put it on my counter because it goes too quickly almost, and then it becomes a little more brittle as you pull it out.
And I've heard you want to keep it covered.
Yes, so you can see right here, I've got, these are quarter sheets that I cut already, pre-cut to make the little pastry pockets. So this is just a damp paper towel. So it's just keeping it easier to work with. When it dries out, it becomes very brittle and breaks really, really easy.
And it's thin, right?
Yeah, this is like little sheets of paper. Look at this.
Right, right.
Very delicate, but when you bake it and you've got butter on it, it literally like puffs up and separates.
Is that what you were doing, is buttering?
Yeah, so I'm just buttering before we put the custard in.
Okay.
So, Brooke, what I did is I made just a delicious lemon custard because it's springtime and everybody just wants lemon, right?
Yes.
So when you work with pastry dough, another tip is to make sure your insides or your fillings are not hot because you want to keep that cold, that lamination, that butter cold.
Okay, and how many layers are you using per cup?
Usually I say 3 to 10, depending on what you do, because you want it to be supportive. You don't want it to flake and fall apart. Okay. So this is about 7 layers. So I'm just folding it in half. Look how simple, right? So when I pulled it out of the fridge, I cut it into quarters, all of them. And we're just gonna keep filling them until we've used the whole, there's 2 packages in here, so we're using 1 package for today. Okay? And then we're just gonna butter it some more.
Some more butter?
Let's just keep buttering it.
What seals it? Is that the butter?
The butter actually seals it into this pocket, which is really nice. Some recipes do call for egg whites, but I just found that it's one more step that's not needed for this recipe.
Okay, all right.
And then, just to give it like a little extra crunch on top.
Yes, please.
Make it a little bit extra.
Because you're extra. You're Wendy Paul. We would expect nothing less.
Let's just go extra.
Yes.
We're gonna sprinkle a little bit of sugar here.
Oh, so for the sweetness and the texture.
Yeah, just a little sweet, a little texture, right?
Yes.
And then, what goes really good, let's see, what goes really good with lemon? Pistachio.
Look at you.
So a little pistachio, and those will stick right on top of the butter.
Kind of a nutty lemon spring.
And as the pistachios bake, they're a little nutty, like a little earthy nutty, really yummy with this.
So you bake it just like that?
Yeah, bake it just like this. So what you do is repeat this step until all of them are filled. You'll probably get about 12 to 15.
Okay, all right.
And you're just gonna put it on your baking sheet. And then you're gonna bake them. Right? And so I've got these here that are done. Now, you know, extra is my
it's the name of the game.
Extra layering flavor. So what I did with these is after they came out, you know, I was really a genius last year and I dried a bunch of my rose petals from my garden.
Oh,
to use like crafts or whatever. I don't know. I must have been inspired because look how easily those all crumble, right?
Are rose petals edible?
Yes.
Oh.
And they're beautiful.
Do you like how I asked that clarifying question?
I know, you're like,
before?
do you see that? She's
I could see what was coming. I was like, what are you doing?
No, we're gonna put some rose petals on for presentation.
Oh my goodness,
right?
how lovely.
So it's beautiful, it's delicious. It's a great little treat for spring.
Do you taste rose petals?
A little bit.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, like a little hint of it.
Okay.
Right? And then I would grate some fresh lemon zest on top.
Oh, Wendy.
I know, and if you want to get really crazy, because of course that's, should be my middle name.
I'd like to be extra.
Extra, we're gonna serve it like with a dollop of whipped cream that you could like dip into it, take a bite. You could use a fork and knife to eat it. but they're small and little and edible and delicious, and it has lemon in it.
What a yummy springtime dessert, a specialty dessert it would feel like for maybe the Easter table.
Oh, I think it'd be beautiful to set on your Easter table, even as part of your, like your place setting. You know, like to have these there.
Thank you for pushing us. Like it's not just the stuff we can do. I mean, we can do it, but it's a step outside of what we might do or would do or feel like we can do. So you're the best.
Don't be afraid to try, you guys. I mean, if you fail, grab another set of the phyllo dough. It's pretty forgiving, and even if it rips little, just put a little extra butter and press it together. I mean,
it's a metaphor
no one needs
for life.
to even know. Oh my gosh,
butter fixes everything.
Butter,
right?
Butter is our friend.
Can you see why we're friends? That's why. Wendy, thank you so much. Where can we get more recipes from you?
So just follow me on Instagram, The Real Wendy Paul. We have loads of fun, lots of great recipes.
The Real Wendy Paul on Instagram. You should be following. If you aren't, we'll link you over from our website. Thank you, friends.
Thank you.
Happy Easter.
Happy Easter.